Tomorrow, Clay County jury will continue its sentencing deliberations after finding Joshua Rocha guilty in the murder of a North Kansas City police officer, Daniel Vasquez. The jury deliberated for 2 hours on Thursday before finding Rocha guilty of first-degree murder. He is now convicted of killing Officer Vasquez during a traffic stop in 2022. Prosecutors are pushing for the death penalty. KSHB 41 News reporter Alyssa Jackson has more on what we learned in court and brings us the voice of a defense attorney on the challenges of seeking the death penalty.
Sarah, capital murder cases involving law enforcement in line of duty deaths have caught attention on both sides of the state line this year. Clay County is quickly nearing the end of a short trial, meaning a jury will now sleep on a huge recommendation that puts a decision for a man's life in their hands. A jury handed the presiding judge a first-degree murder conviction of Joshua Rocha on day 3 of the trial. Rocha confessed to killing Officer Daniel Vasquez. One of the most jarring details mentioned in court was that Rocha grabbed his rifle the moment he noticed Officer Vasquez and shot the officer as soon as he started approaching Rocha's vehicle. It all happened in 48 seconds over a traffic stop for Rocha driving on a suspended license with expired tags. With Rocha's conviction, sentencing is the next step in the process. I spoke with an experienced criminal defense attorney a couple of months ago about capital murder cases, since there are a few of them happening in the metro.
These cases are hard. To be real honest, cases where somebody is looking at a life sentence where death penalty is not sought is hard for folks.
There are 2 other capital murder cases right now in Wyandotte County involving the killings of Deputy Elijah Ming and KCK officer Hunter Simoncic. Missouri's last execution was Marcellus Williams in 2024. Criminal defense attorney Craig Devine said when there's a jury sentencing rather than a judge, like in Rocha's case, it's harder to secure the death penalty.
It's difficult to get this kind of a verdict because you have to have people who are willing to do it. But I think it also speaks to the divisiveness that the concept of capital punishment brings up in society. There are a lot of people who think that taking someone's life because they took someone else's life looks more like vengeance than justice. There are a lot of people who would say that spending the rest of your life in prison is a worse punishment.
And that's what a jury will be deciding. The state is seeking the death penalty, but it's not mandated in capital murder cases. If the jury does not recommend death, Sarah, the defendant, would get life without parole.
So, Alyssa, can you explain what could contribute to a jury's decision in a case like this?
Yeah, Craig Devine kind of gave me some insight to that today. He said the defense will likely take an approach that will make the jury, or try to make the jury, take pity on Rocha, mentioning any past trauma, child neglect, broken home, possibly that Rocha grew up in. And the jury may also consider the defendant's background in the killing being in the heat of the moment versus Rocha taking time to think about it.
And we might know a decision by tomorrow.
It's possible. The jury is from the St. Louis area, specifically St. Charles, and that's part of why this trial is happening so fast, and sentencing can't happen at a later date like we see in some criminal trials. Now, both sides are still making arguments for sentencing. A jury will still need to deliberate after that to recommend life in prison or the death penalty. Sarah.